Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute, so let's hop back in. Okay, so I know it's been a couple weeks. I feel like the episodes have been pretty drab kind of, and there wasn't a whole lot going on. So just a couple things that I felt like were notable to mention about the past couple episodes that I missed. Her wedding was nice. It was cute. Seen this before. Next. We don't miss Eva. Well, I don't miss Eva. If you feel another way, let me know in the comments. But I don't miss Eva, and seeing her on there again reminded me that I don't miss her at all. So bye, Eva. Another thing that I noticed is that, okay, so the first time I let it slide because Kenya, and that was when Drew revealed to the ladies about the private jet, somebody telling her something in confidence, and then her just revealing it to everybody. And I see she did that again. And, I like Drew. I think she is a good addition to the show. But that was foul. She was at the table with everybody and LaToya, and she asked her a million times why she wasn't drinking. And then she finally said, well, you went to church with me and all that, and you said you were gonna stop drinking because, for religious reasons or, what have you. So there's no reason for her to have aired that business out to the rest of the table. I don't understand why she did that. I don't remember if there's anything else. If there's anything else, let me know in the comments. Maybe I can address it in the next episode, but those were the main things that I felt were important that I missed. So the episode picks up where they left off. Hurricane Zeta is on the way, and she's not slowing down for anybody, not even Housewives. So we have Drew, who is already at her next event. She's setting everything up. The ladies are on their way on the bus. And when they arrived to the location, I thought it was odd that she hugged everybody. Like, the first person off the bus, if I remember correctly, was LaToya. And she's like, hey, give me a hug. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, huh. So they get inside and they're like, oh, we're gonna have to cook. And Big Frida is there, and she is going to help them cook dinner and, sit and talk with them, and that's pretty cool. So he explains to the ladies that they're gonna make some booty popping potatoes. At some point during this, I caught a glance of Drew walking by. Maybe it's when they all sat down at the table. But what is Drew wearing? Drew, like I said, I do like Drew. I want to see another season of what she has to offer. But she's giving me a Giselle Bryant tea when it comes to fashions. I think over time she's going to get better. Like, I'm sure if I were to go on a show right now and, people will probably roast me because, who knows. But it's just some of the pics are just not, ugh. Okay. So as they eat, they cook, and they sit down to eat, and Big Frida's at the head of the table, and it gets kind of we have like an awkward silence, and Marlo says, you know what, Frida, I'm gonna ask you a question as a friend. As a friend, all right. Oh, y'all are friends. So Marlo is clearly on some BS. She is asking a hypothetical question about Kenya and Portia. Basically, she threw herself in the middle of this situation, and now she's crying victim as, oh, I'm in the middle, there's a tug of war, and for me, and all this stuff. Oh, that's another thing I didn't note. When Portia confronted Marlo and said some things, Marlo did at the end ask her, well, did you do this thing that she's saying that you did? And for her to ask that question really let me know that she wasn't coming from the best place. Because if you know Portia the way you say you do, or the way you felt like you did at some point, you would know that that is a touchy subject and that you should just leave it alone. Or she should have just told Kenya, listen, don't talk to me about it. I have nothing to do with that. I'm just here to be your friend. And she didn't do that. So, I mean, she kind of put herself in the middle of the situation. So I don't really have any sympathy for her. No, I don't have any sympathy for her. This is stupid. Well, Marlo gets all hostile and she says she's gonna leave because everybody's fake, and it's really foolishness. Like, they should have been like, okay, well, you go ahead, we gonna finish eating. So, I mean, if she would have just waited outside, like, she could have just went out there and waited on the bus or caught an Uber home or back to the hotel or something. Like, that would have been fine. But they didn't need to chase her out and all this other craziness. That was stupid. If somebody wants to show their butt at something like that, let them. But don't go following after them, because just let them look stupid on their own. And it was funny, but because before Marlo got up, Kenya and Portia called her out and was like, why is this something that we are trying to discuss right now? This is not the time or the place. So Kenya is talking and doing her thing like she's been doing for the past few episodes, talking about Bolo and what happened. And she said at this point it's affecting everyone's relationship. I don't see how it's affecting everyone's relationship, being that, okay, you're saying that it's affecting people's relationship, but you're the one that keeps talking about it. So are you saying that it's affecting your relationship with Marlo, or Marlo's relationship with Portia? Or, because I mean, none of that would be an issue if you would keep your mouth shut. If Kenya would stop talking about this, none of this would have happened. Like, it's so many people have been saying that Kenya has carried this season on her back, when in actuality she has only talked about what other people in the show have done. Like, she hasn't done anything but talk about how crazy her life has been dealing with Mark. That's it. That is the extent of her storyline. Now, if she would have said, oh man, this and that happened, XYZ, blah, 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 and left it at that episode, like right after they got back and they had those little scenes where everybody was talking about it, and then cut it, that would have been fine. But she was just like harping on the subject so much, and it's just, I don't understand why you are so concerned about what somebody else does. You know what I mean? That to me is not entertainment. That is just harping on something that's none of your business. And I do agree, some people have said, had it been Kenya who did that, Portia would have done the same thing, and I would have felt the same way. Like, why are you still talking about this? But you know. Oh, I love how Portia did not allow Kenya to drag her down, and you can tell it was irritating Kenya because she just decided to play along with it. She was, oh yeah, that's exactly what I did. Go ahead, keep talking, girl. Yep, I did this. I sure did. Candy was eating it up, cracking up. It's just, it made Kenya look stupid. Oh, there's another piece to the dinner that I forgot to mention. I find it very nice that when Marlo was standing outside of the place that they were eating with Big Frida, Drew says, listen, I worked really hard on this event, and I would hate that you would have to leave because you feel like this scenario you made up in your head is just too much to where you can't sit down and finish your meal. And Kenya looks at Drew and says, and it was very nice, which is, I was kind of shocked that she said that, because, you know, they've been clashing pretty hard this season so far. So that was nice of Kenya to say that. The next day, I believe, they have Latoya and Kenya in their room, or together chatting. And we also have Drew and Cynthia together chatting. And during these sessions, that's when it is revealed that Portia has left, as well as Candy. They left separately. Candy left because the hurricane was close, and she is, you remember, she's working, she's doing the movie, she's got all this stuff going on. She can't be caught in a hurricane right now, so she leaves ahead of the hurricane. Portia left because she just wanted to leave. And you know, it's so funny that Kenya and Latoya were doing all this laughing about Portia running back to Atlanta when it's so funny that, you know, the hurricane hit, they lost power, so they're stuck in New Orleans with no power, and Portia's at home, very comfortable, probably just as happy. So the power goes out and they're, you know, just stuck in the hotel. Kenya claims that her trip was better, and they wouldn't have done anything but had roasted pig and went fishing. That's about it. I mean, if it wasn't for Candy doing the bachelorette party, I mean, what else was there to the trip? Starvation, boredom. Somehow they just all of a sudden returned home. The editing is very weird. I guess maybe they just stopped recording altogether when the hurricane hit. At the end of the episode, we have Candy at the opening of her steakhouse. I believe it's, yes, at the opening of her steakhouse. And I just think that is awesome that she and her husband were able to accomplish this in the middle of a pandemic. Like, they're really doing big things. So I was really excited for them. But Blaze looks beautiful, so I'm excited for her. That was just awesome. So just a couple quick notes that things that have come to mind when I've been watching the show is, you know, I really like, when it comes to aunties versus nieces, I think the producers need to go ahead and let go of the aunties. They have done their job, provided years of entertainment, but I'm ready to see a younger group of women because I'm just ready. I'm just ready to see new people, new faces, new money. I want to see people that don't need to be on the show but want to be on the show. Like, where are the I don't know, like, I want women who are not like fussing about who did and did not get to go on the private jet because they have their own, like Fallon. I want to see money, like I want to see like more exclusive people, if that makes sense. Like Candy definitely fits in that category. She does. I feel like Fallon does. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what these people's net worths are, but I do want to see, if it makes sense, I want to see like top tier. I want Candy to have her own show. Ideally, yeah, I would like for Candy to have her own show with her friends and family and businesses. Like, she definitely deserves her own thing going. And then Kenya and Cynthia can go. Latoya, I'm not feeling it. I don't know if she was trying to fit in by playing a mean girl or something, but I did not enjoy her presence this season, and I don't know. I don't know if she's a good fit for the show. So, but yeah, less aunties, more nieces. Okay, so also really quick, I just wanted to recap the reunion looks, because I did this for Potomac, and I thought it was fun, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that for Atlanta as well. Okay, so first up we have Portia. Portia looked great. I think she was probably the best dressed out of everybody. However, there's a clause to that. I mean, honestly, it looks like she just took the dress she wore to Cynthia's wedding and added a sleeve. Like, that's what it looks. It looks like the same dress. She looked flawless at Cynthia's wedding. She looks great here. Yeah, there's nothing much else to say. Okay, Kenya, she looks nice. I mean, she looks nice. She's definitely one of the best dressed as well. Her hair, makeup, dress and everything looks good. Nothing, like, this isn't her best look to me. She's had prettier looks, but I mean, she looks nice. Drew, it's like she just got one of those, like, it's just not doing it for me. It looks like pieces of different dresses put together. like she took the, what do you call it? She took the back of one dress and then attached it to the side of this little homecoming dress or something. I don't know. I think if she had a stylist of some sort, maybe, like, I just feel like she's a pretty girl. Like, she could have done better than this. Candy, okay, so I saw her I saw her recording that she posted to Instagram, I guess it was, about her look. The pictures she posted did look a lot better, but the one Bravo picked was terrible. She looked a hot mess. However, like I said, on her Instagram, she looked a lot better. So maybe that's what it is, I don't know, but she didn't go as hard, or no, everybody else didn't go as hard on the theme, I guess you can say, as Candy. And then, you know, when you're the only one that's really participating, then you kind of look crazy. So it's just, Cynthia looked nice. This wasn't her best reunion look. I mean, Cynthia's a pretty girl, so she always looks nice, but this isn't her best look. She's definitely looked better. Maybe, I don't know. Latoya, her face and her hair look excellent. She looks really pretty. The dress she picked, it doesn't look good to me. Like, the feathers are just like you know how when you're taking something out of like you have a dress and like a protective like cover, I don't know what you call it, and you take it out too fast and some of the feathers come off. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, and then you can see straight through the dress. It doesn't look good. Shamia looks good. She just, I don't know, she's not top 3. It's just, yeah, makeup looks good. But everybody with the feathers, everybody's got the little feathers. I don't know if that was something they discussed, but Marlo, okay, so standing up, you kind of understand, but sitting down, I didn't like Marlo's dress. It didn't come off as like, it just didn't look good. Like, it didn't fit reunion to me, but you know, I don't know. I'd have to say that Portia was the best dressed, even though she's given us this look this season already. Then would come Kenya, and then next would be Cynthia, and then maybe Shamia, and then Candy, since I've seen her pictures on Instagram, I guess Candy would come next, and then Marlo, and then Latoya, and then Drew. That's how I'd rank them. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. From what I hear, there's only 2 more episodes until the reunion, so I'm excited to see the reunion. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Hey Mrs. Gardner, and on Twitter at The Joys of Life YouTube. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.